Okay, so change the obstacle avoidance script around, so now we have a even better version. We have a static object here. We look down here, it's tells you it's static. So this is going to be just part of the normal AI avoidance. So we're not going to be doing anything with this. This is just for comparisons sort of process. Then we have some, well, most of the other objects are all going to be dynamic, but they're going to be non-movable. So we have a static ramp kind of thing here and a dynamic ramp here, just to compare the two. And then we have just some more dynamic but non-movable barriers. And then I've just done things like put a gap through the middle, see if they'll go around the middle, or go through around the outside, go through the middle I should say. Then we have a dynamic little sandbag down here which is low to the ground, so this is going to be like if you had a slab or flooring that you kind of want to be ignored, you can just to show you that you can move the raycasting up a bit off the ground, then they will just basically ignore this. Then we have some here, dynamic barrel type things, but they're pushable, so these can actually be moved if the AI walk into them. And I've just put this one here which is a dynamic but it can't be moved. Same with these, just so that they sort of filter around it to go through the archway or not when they go in. And then we have a door at the end of the path which is a normal door, so right now it's going to be just another dynamic non-movable object, but when we turn the collision off by opening it, although we won't actually be able to see the animation because none of the animations work currently, they will then be able to go straight through it as you would expect. Okay, so we're going to follow this guy around, he's going to find his static ramp, he's going to go around it, then we're going to find the dynamic one, which is what the script is trying to avoid when the script will start working. We're going around this one. Okay, so we're going to find the gap. He realised the gap was being used by the other guy, so now he's trying to work out how to get around. He might have some difficulty getting around because he's sort of looking for a path through. Okay, there we go, he's found his path over the sandbag. Okay, now we're going to go around these barrels. As you can see, he's moving them around. Okay, he's worked out how to get through the archway nicely, and he's going to go around the door. Let's just open the door for him, and then it takes a little while for it to turn off the collision there. So as you can see, he's gone around this little gap here. Let's go around the barrels, going to move him around. This guy's going to come on through. Okay, so he should ignore the door and just go through it. There we go. So the little barrels he's got in front of him are just his display here for the raycast. When the barrels lie down, it means they're hitting something. It's when they should be avoiding obstacles, so you can see it just goes over that sandbag. There we go, lies down when it hits this barrier. It's quite quick, and obviously when it's most likely to be lying down is when it's inside an object, so it's quite hard to see, but it does happen. And as I say, they will just ignore this. This does not, you can see their state doesn't change. So any changes there. You can also tell because they start animating for some reason when they are trying to avoid something. I don't know why, but there we go. Part of the fun, apparently. Okay, so this guy is struggling to find a path out because the other guy got in his way. He's like, hang on a minute, what happened? How do I get out of these barrels? They all have different settings, so some of them have longer to think about or find their path. Some of them have to do it really quick. Or they update their intended destination very quickly, and so they might only move a couple steps and then they'll be like, oh, can I get out now? And if they can't, then they can end up going around in circles a lot if they're unlucky, depending on how easy it is to find a route out or not. But for the most part it works pretty well, and you're probably not going to be trying to make your AI walk around paths that are quite as congested. And as you can see, for the most part, like this sort of thing works perfectly well. And obviously most of your objects you want to be static anyway, so the normal AI can just work as expected, but this is just to help it on its way if something does get pushed in the way, like some sort of scripted object just appears in their path. Maybe the player can carry things around and drop them down anywhere on the map. And obviously you want the characters to just sort of avoid it rather than push it around or get stuck on it. And each other, of course, which is very important, that they actually avoid each other, which currently the normal AI do not do. Oh, what's going on with this guy over here? I think he's got stuck on the barrel. Oh, okay, he's managed to just about work his way around. Yep, they're not liking that barrel much at the moment. And is he going to work out how to get in the middle? Oh, yep, just about. Just got there before that other guy got in his way. Oh. What are you doing? Are you okay now? Oh, good. Excellent.